Alright guys, thanks for stopping by. Doyle here. Just want to give you guys some context real quick before we get into the clips. So this discovery actually took place back on March 4th, 2022. So yeah, basically I believe that after 3 years it's long overdue that I make a video about this because it is a rather significant artifact for our location, being on the west coast of British Columbia in Canada. A Nazi artifact is considerably rare to unearth with a metal detector anywhere here, yet alone on the small island where I am out here on the coast. Now, for those who don't know, the Kriegsmarine was actually the Navy of Nazi Germany from 1935 to 1945, and they played a significant role in naval operations during World War II. This particular piece that I found here is either a writer or administrative clerk's badge, which was worn by personnel responsible for administrative tasks within the ships in the Navy. It features an anchor and crossed feathers, symbolizing its association with the naval administration, the feathers of course being quilled pens. Towards the end of the video, I'll feature a bit more context into the history and significance of the artifact, as well as my theories as to how it could have ended up over here for those who are interested, because it is truly an incredible find and a reminder of the diverse history that can be uncovered right here in the ground, even in Canada. And without any further delay, here is the 3+ year old footage taken just moments after I discovered this thing in the midst of me still trying to figure out exactly what it was.
Look at this beauty. I already tried to do some research with the crossed feathers and an anchor and Navy hat badge. I tried typing in a bunch of things. I can't find anything exactly like it, but a lot of Navy buttons and Navy badges have feathers and anchors on them. On this side you can see it's kind of missing the other anchor part there, but still, that is beautiful. Decent size on that too. Look at it compared to my glove. You know, I think it might be a Navy hat badge, maybe World War II or earlier, but there's no way for me to identify it. I really wish it wasn't broken on that side. That'd be perfect, but other than that, it's in really good condition.
As I'd mentioned earlier, the Kriegsmarine was the Navy of Nazi Germany from 1935 to 1945, and this writer's badge, or administrative clerk's badge, was provided to personnel who served in administrative roles within the Kriegsmarine. These roles were crucial for maintaining the efficiency and operations of the Navy, involving tasks like record keeping, correspondence, and logistics. Historically, the Kriegsmarine played crucial roles during World War II naval battles, such as the Battle of the Denmark Strait, the Hunt for the Bismarck, the battles of Narvik, the Battle of the Barents Sea, and of course, the Battle of the Atlantic. So, how did it get here then? That's the big question, and it's very interesting to ponder. I've come up with a few theories, and I've worked them out into great detail just to figure out which would be most historically likely. And that includes German prisoners of war in British Columbia. During World War II, Canada hosted over 40 POW camps, with some located in British Columbia. Thousands of German POWs were sent to Canada, often captured in naval engagements and during operations in North Africa, Italy, or France. Logging and road building camps were set up in remote areas to utilize POW labor. Some POWs worked on fishing docks, farms, and other infrastructure. Let's say a Kriegsmarine clerk or a former sailor reassigned to clerical work was among these POWs. He may have hidden the badge out of pride, shame, or fear of confiscation, buried it near the camp or work site, or just happened to have lost it during manual labor. Many POWs chose to remain in Canada. Some were even sponsored by local families. If this sailor had perhaps stayed, then the badge might have been lost somehow, or even intentionally buried. Another theory might be that it's a Canadian Veterans War Trophy, as tens of thousands of Canadian soldiers served in Europe, and many returned with Nazi memorabilia, including medals and badges like Iron Crosses, Luftwaffe pins, and Kriegsmarine insignia, flags, belt buckles, daggers and documents, helmets and armbands. Basically, any valuable foreign items that you can imagine were brought back home after the war and kept as souvenirs and shown off as war trophies. These tokens of triumph would then be passed down, misplaced, or discarded in later decades. And in a working class home on the coast, it easily might have ended up in a drawer, a shed, or even a pocket, then lost and forgotten until time took it underground. Regardless of how this badge ended up in the ground, it's incredibly intriguing and it really highlights just how rich and layered history can be. It serves as a reminder that the past often has layers that we don't expect and that every discovery tells a story. This is exactly why I love this hobby of metal detecting and treasure hunting in general. There's just always something new and fascinating waiting to be found, and it really keeps the adventure alive. Thanks for watching, guys.